What's going on, everybody? It's just another day in the kitchen, back with another episode, and today I'm all smiles just like Travis here because we're going to be taking an in-hand look at the black Kaws Utopia tee as well as the sizing and quality. And before we jump into the review, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of Kaws and Travis Scott collab history. As recent as 2021, the two brands collabed, and as you can see from the bottom comment, the shipping was also taking time back then. And here's a little video from the 2021 collab.
Yo, Rush,
Travis, 今どこにいる？
we're supposed to make it out here to the Olympics, man. There's no flights.
とにかく落ち着いて。
Calm down. Ain't no calm down, man.
Take a deep breath and just use a fragment of your imagination.
All right, man.
Now, if you didn't know, this was a triple collaboration between Travis Scott, the Fragment brand, and Kaws, of course. We did see some great merch, as you guys can see from these pieces here, and as always, with any great Travis Scott release, there's always some kind of rug. Now, if you did buy these Kaws pieces to go ahead and resell, as you can see, only 2 years later, they're not holding up that great, so personally, I think you should pick up these pieces if you're a fan and you actually want to rock it. And I just wanted to include this little bit from an article which shows that shipping back then was taking 6 weeks, so the fact that we're still missing our Utopia shipping is not that surprising. And just to give some perspective of how this merch shipping went for this black Kaws tee collab, I actually bought it the day it went live on July 28th and unfortunately didn't get it in hand until August 11th yesterday. And you already know that I felt like Travis here when I checked my phone and I saw that the shipping confirmation had begun. And although I'm still missing 5 shipping confirmations from the first week, I am thankful to get this piece, so let's go ahead and get into the collab. Now, I did feel a little bit crazy waiting an extra day to open this, given how this Utopia merch shipping fiasco has been, but I wanted to open this morning in the natural lighting so you guys can get a full view. Now, if you didn't know, this is the black Kaws Utopia tee collab along with the vinyl, and when I saw the package arrive yesterday like this, I wasn't sure at first if the actual shirt was with it. However, as you guys can see here in just a moment, I'm happy to report that it did arrive. And for all my real ones and ragers that are still waiting on your merch shipments, I'm really rooting for you guys. Now, I wanted to point out it's 90 degrees out here in Florida, and I was sweating making this video, but I really do this for you, so I really appreciate every single one of you. And while you're here, you might as well go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. Now, just from opening the package like this, I was really happy to see that the t-shirt was actually included first of all, and the fact that it had its own specialized Cactus Jack branding. I really appreciate these little details when it comes to these collabs, and I feel like it's the minimum that they can do when it comes to the effort, given that we've all been waiting for a long-ass time at this point. And as you can see from the back of the packaging, there's not a whole lot going on besides just some random branding, which we don't really care about. Again, I was super stoked to see that the actual shirt arrived, and the actual package was a little bit heavier, so I figured it would be included. Now, next up, we did get the Utopia vinyl, and personally, I think that the value was great. Now, for this particular Utopia merch bundle, I ended up paying $65 before tax and shipping for the t-shirt and the vinyl. Personally, Utopia is my album of the year, and I haven't stopped listening to it every day since it dropped just a couple of weeks ago. And honestly, my favorite song changes every day, but I think I'm back to I Know being my favorite. And let me know in the comments which one is yours. One thing I wanted to point out about this vinyl pressing is the fact that it was actually made in Poland, so I think it's cool that it made its way all the way from California then to Florida. And shout out to all my viewers over there. Now, one thing I did see in the comments from a lot of people that got their merch before I did is the fact that the song Meltdown featuring Drake was replaced by the song A featuring Uzi, and sure enough, I wanted to go ahead and take a look at the track listing. Now, as you guys can see for track number 7, unfortunately, this vinyl is missing the song Meltdown. However, I'm still happy and blessed and thankful, of course, that I did get it in hand. And let me know in the comments if your album has Meltdown or the song A on it. And now for the reason you guys are all here, let's go ahead and take a look at the actual tee itself. And from my first impression, I was actually super stoked and happy to see this. We'll go ahead and take a better look later in the video, but the actual Utopia logo has kind of like a raised texture to it, which I think you guys will appreciate. Now, starting off with the tag itself, you can see that it's 100% cotton, and personally I prefer tags like this instead of the hang tags that are traditional with shirts. Like I mentioned just a little bit ago, the Utopia logo here is raised and has a kind of different texture to it, which you guys are going to see here in just a moment. I went ahead and unfolded the tee so we can get a better look, and as you can see, we've got the Kaws logo right there in a dope graffiti type of style font, and then of course the Utopia logo on top of it. Now I try to angle my camera as best as I could so you guys can see that the texture is raised and the Utopia logo kind of sits on top of it, and if you run your finger over it you can feel that it's not quite part of the shirt and it's instead kind of resting over that Kaws logo. Personally, I love it, and although the front of the tee is kind of simple, I don't mind it because sometimes less is more, and having a little bit too much going on can be a little bit overwhelming. So this is the front of the tee, and let's go ahead and take a look at the back now. Now personally, this graphic on the back is kind of what sold me on the shirt when I first laid my eyes on it. What's typical for Kaws themes are the X's over the eyes, and this little photo of baby Travis Scott is no different. Of course, I wanted to see if it is textured, so I went ahead and kind of zoomed in and ran my fingers over it, and unfortunately the X's aren't raised like the Utopia logo on the front, but overall, I personally love this whole aesthetic. And when it comes to the rest of the graphics on the back of the tee, none of them are raised unfortunately, but personally the quality of this is pretty good. And to be honest, I'm not sure whose hairs these are because I just unfolded it. But I wanted to go ahead and zoom in on the rest of the graphics just so you guys can see how the quality is and how the print is on the tee. It doesn't feel cheap and it doesn't look cheap, so personally I'm pretty happy. The colors themselves are pretty vibrant, and again it's why I decided to do this video in the morning today and outside so we can get the actual natural lighting, and that way the camera can pick up just how vibrant these pieces are. Personally, I'm in love with this shirt before I even put it on, and just a little bit later in this video, I will put it on so you guys can see what the sizing and feel looks like. Now, as far as the texture of the shirt and quality, I went ahead and did like a little field test here, and it is better quality than any kind of random shirt you'd pick up. Again, this retailed for $65, so I did hope and expect it would be better than Gildan quality, and it doesn't feel cheap at all. The shirt itself feels a little bit heavier and kind of weighted to it, which is classic for Travis Scott merch. And I can tell just from looking at it that it's going to be a little bit larger than a typical size large tee I would wear. Now, before we go into the actual fit of this, I also wanted to show you just a little bit more details when it comes to the vinyl. As you can see on the spine there, it features his name, and then of course we've got this dope little sticker. Now let's go ahead and see how this thing actually fits. Alright guys, so like I said earlier in this video, we're going to be taking a look at this actual Utopia merch sizing. And just for reference, right now I'm just wearing a regular size large t-shirt. I'm 6'3" or 192 centimeters and about 195 pounds. Just to show you what a regular size large looks like on me, I just want you guys to see this before we go ahead and hop into the actual Utopia merch. Alright guys, and here we are wearing the Utopia merch. As you can see right off the bat, the sleeves run a bit larger than the original shirt I had on, but overall the fit isn't that much larger. I recommend it to everybody to go true to size, and if I would have sized up to about an XL, I think it would have been a little bit too baggy on me. Personally, this large fits me just fine, and I just wanted you guys to see for reference just how it ends up sitting on me. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and personally, I'm in love with this material, and I think I'll be rocking this all the time. Now, if you made it this far in the video, I just wanted to thank you for checking it out, and let me know in the comments what you think about the merch. I am still missing 5 pieces, but I'm so thankful that I got this Kaws Utopia tee. And as always, guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments. Please stay safe out there, guys. Stay tuned for some more heat. As soon as I do get some more merch pieces in, I do plan on doing a giveaway, so let me know in the comments if you're ready for that. And as always, guys, thank you for cooking with the kitchen. It's lit. Straight up. Peace.